Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I did this really beautiful press-on nail set. It has an ombre glitter effect that I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how I do it. So let's jump right into it. I'm starting off with my Enailcouture long sculpted square nail tips. These are a really nice long if you're looking for a perfect shape, and then I'm going in and making sure that they're buffed, and then I'm going in with base coat, and I like to do one even layer on every single nail, and then I do put like all the nails and then I put them into cure. You could do 2 coats if you really want to, but because I know that this specific set is going to have a lot of layers, I didn't worry too much about the strength or the thickness of the nails because I know they're going to be strong and really sturdy. So now I'm going in with this really beautiful purpley pink color. This color is called Purple Pink number 359 from Rarjsm on Amazon, and I do have it in my Amazon storefront, and I'm going to be going in with one very even layer on all of the nails. This is just going to be the base color, so this is the first layer that I'm putting down for this set, and I'm doing that with on every single nail. So once that is down, I'm going in with this silvery color. I think this is like a silver cat eye from Enailcouture. This is just like a random color I had, but I will put it in the description for you. It is just like a little bit of a thicker silver color because if you'll notice, if you want to use a silver glitter, a lot of the times it has a lot of like the clear base in it, so you don't get a lot of the silver effect, just like more of the sparkle, and I needed more of the silver effect just for the base. So here I am, I'm going a little less than halfway down the nail, just a little less than half, and I'm using my As If ombre brush from nailzbydev. This is the brush I'm using for the ombre, and it works super good. So what you want to do is go less than half with the applicator that comes with the bottle, and then I'm going in with a dry ombre brush, and I'm just going ahead and very lightly tapping out the product, kind of diffusing it down the nail. You don't want to go too heavy-handed because you will definitely be able to see streaks in the nail where you're making movement with the brush. And the whole point of this ombre that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it as seamless as possible. So I want it to make the blend very, very like not harsh. So this is what I'm just doing on every nail, and like I said, very light-handed, and you want to be kind of parallel to the nail with your brush. You don't want to be holding it pointing straight down. You can see here I have it very parallel to the nail. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and this part doesn't matter too much. This is just like I said, the base color. We're going to be adding more layers on top of this. So now once the silver layer is down, I'm going back in with the purple pink gel polish, and I'm going in and doing another layer. So this one again is going to be just a little less than halfway down the nail, and then I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to go ahead and ombre it with the same ombre brush. But something I did want to mention is I do clean the brush in between because the brush does have a little bit of glitter on it or sparkle from the color before. So I'm going ahead and just cleaning it off with a little bit of acetone in between like switching the colors. And I would do this if I'm switching between any color at all, specifically just because I want this to be seamless. So here I am with the ombre brush. It is a little bit damp, but not really, because if you'll notice, acetone or alcohol dries really fast when it's on your brush. But now I'm grabbing this really beautiful silver glitter. It is reflective. You can just tell how sparkly it is and the complete difference that it makes on the nails when I put it on. You could just see the thumb compared to all the other nails here. It is so pretty and so sparkly. This is from nailzbydev. I don't know the exact name of the color, but I will put it in the description box. And I am here just going in again a little less than halfway down the nail, and then I'm going to be ombreing it upwards. But when you have a glitter that's a little bit thicker like this one, you just want to be a little bit more careful and not as like, you want to be more like, you want to put more thought into where you put the product. You can see here I'm using the brush that I'm using to ombre to clean up the edges, because when you're doing so many layers of ombre like this, what will happen is your nail could start to bulk up on the sides and you won't have that really nice crisp shape. It'll be a little more lumpy, and the way that you can make sure your nail is not lumpy at the end is that you could clean up the sides before you put it in the lamp to cure. So here I am kind of diffusing the glitter, and like I said, this glitter is a little bit more rough, a little bit thicker, so I need to be a little bit more careful with how I drag the product down, almost more in a tapping motion rather than a dragging motion, because this isn't so much a color, it's like a glitter with like a clear base. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. And the other thing you could do, like I'm doing here, is I'm just putting on the product with the brush that comes in the bottle and kind of smoothing out the edges with that same brush. You could do that as well, whatever's easier for you. So now once that chunky glitter layer is cured, I'm going in back with the pink purple color, and I'm doing another layer of this. Again, this is just to make sure that it is very seamless. You almost don't really need to do this depending on the type of design you're doing. Just for this specific nail design that I'm doing, I felt like this was a perfect amount of layers and it turned out really beautiful. So here I am just going down again, but this time I'm going down slowly, and or not slowly, I meant like thinner, so like a little thinner in the layer, because this is going to be my last nude gel layer. So I'm just going in, and by nude you guys know what I mean, it's more of a pink purple, but I'm going in way lighter than I would have on the other ones, and I'm just going to blend it out again. And yeah, this is pretty much how it is looking. You can see it looks absolutely beautiful. And then once I am done blending all of this out, then I'm going to do one last layer for the ombre. And this is the last and final layer. This is just a layer of that sparkly silver color. Again, it's reflective like I mentioned, and it is absolutely stunning. So I'm doing this for my last layer, and this is really going to bring it all together. You can just tell that you can leave it like without adding an extra layer, but you can see the difference when I add that extra like last step. It just really looks super pretty and sparkly. But this color is pretty sheer. So like what all the work you did underneath, you could still see it, if that makes sense. If I was to just do one layer and one layer, it wouldn't look as seamless as it looks now. So that's why I take the extra step to do a few extra layers and just kind of work differently, because it just works best for me. This is the same exact way that I do every other ombre that I can't do with the sponge. So like a milky white ombre, you can't really do a milky white ombre with the sponge. It would just be way too difficult and honestly would give you a lot of trouble. So this is also the way I do a milky white with a nude ombre, and it works absolutely beautifully. If you want to do two different sheer colors of any type of sheer color ombre, this is the way to do it. So yeah, this is just my steps, and here I am kind of blending it out, but I'm just barely feathering it, like very lightly. And I'm just doing it at the very edge. I'm not grabbing it from the tip all the way down. As you can see, I'm just barely going at where the seam would be between where the two colors meet. I'm just barely feathering that out because it is sparkly and I don't want the whole nail to be covered in the glitter. I just want it to be ombre. So yeah, that's what I am here, and just kind of go back and forth until I like the way it looks, clean up the sides, and then I put it into cure. And once it comes out, this is what it looks like. Absolutely stunning and beautiful. It looks very seamless, very beautiful, and the best part about it is the nails are very nice and even. I don't have any lumps from doing the ombres. It is all nice and level, which I absolutely love and I used to struggle with a lot. So for the design that I'm doing, it has like these big stones and little stones kind of more at the tip of the nail, and then they're kind of like just like scattered, but they're mainly on the silver part. So because the nails are on the shorter side, the crystals do kind of cover up a majority of the design. So it just depends on what type of design that you're doing, where you can like work even harder on your ombre if you want to, or you can, you know, kind of cheat a little bit and don't do as many layers if it's not really going to be showing as much. But I just like to take the extra step to make sure the nails look perfect. So that is just what I did here, especially because I had an inspo picture and it was flawless. So I wanted to, you know, replicate that in the best way I could. So here I am adding different silver or clear, I guess you could say, stones, and I'm just going ahead and adding them. I'm doing like pear shape and other shapes that I just have. Honestly, after this set, I don't have any more shaped clear stones like this in like the smaller sizes, so I definitely need to do a restock. But yeah, this is what it's looking like so far, and it looks very pretty. And I am using my makartt rhinestone gel to adhere them. I'm just using a generous amount for the bigger stones, and for the smaller ones I'm not worrying about it too much because I am going to do an extra step to make sure they are very secure. So I didn't top coat before putting on the crystals. So as you can see, I'm top coating now. So I'm grabbing this thin brush to kind of help me maneuver the top coat into all the little cracks and crevices that are all around the crystals. I want to make sure that there's top coat in every single little nook and cranny so that there's not any open gaps. And this is just like using the little liner brush really helps me out with this, especially when it's this type of design where like the crystals are kind of scattered. Honestly, it's a pain in my butt because it's so hard to do, like just like having to go back and forth to like get in between every crystal. But this is definitely going to make sure that this is like an extra step just so that your crystals can just have a little more protection. So yeah, I'm doing that on every single nail. And then after the top coat is all the way cured, I'm going in with some of this rhinestone gel kind of thing that I've been using. It's from makartt. It's called, I totally forgot what it's called actually. Let me see. It's called Gem Grip Glue, and it has a little needle tip on it. I do like it. The only thing is the needle tip makes the glue come out really, really fast. So I just went ahead and grabbed a little bit and put it on like my paint palette right there. And I'm using the liner brush to pick up extra product, and I'm putting it all around the big stones. So this is just a little extra glue that I can add around the crystals just in case there's extra crevices or spaces where the rhinestones can get lifted up, or your hair can get caught underneath. So this is always a good step. You can do this with almost any type of glue. This is basically called like giving your rhinestones a glue bath. Like you're kind of giving them a glue bath, but like not really, because you're not covering the crystals on top. All I'm doing is just like going around the sides, and you can use a variety of different glues for this. It does not have to be the specific one. Any type of rhinestone glue, as long as it dries with the UV lamp, what you can like do this is what I'm trying to say. Like you just can't go around the nooks and crannies as easily with like Zulay bling adhesive, because that one will dry on you and it'll make your brush super crusty. But with any type of UV LED drying glue, you can definitely go in with this type of method, and it will really help secure your gems. So after I have all my crystals secured, I'm going ahead and I'm going to cure them. And then my next favorite part, which is going to be wiping the crystals off after they are all cured. So you want to make sure you fully cure everything off all the way. And then I'm going to grab a lint-free wipe, and I put a little bit of acetone on it. And this is going to be to wipe the crystals off. There's always going to be a little extra glue, smudges, wax from your wax pencil, maybe even a little bit of like top coat that accidentally got on there. It could be anything. Just stuff that can get on your crystals, and wiping them makes them so beautiful and so sparkly. You definitely want to make sure that you do this extra step at the end of your nail set once it's completed, because this is just crucial. You could even go back in and do this one last time once your nails are like put away in the box, because I know by like having to grab them, you might get fingerprints on them, you know, things like that. Lint can also get on them, and before you're going to take your final product photos for Instagram or wherever, you want to make sure that your crystals are all clean and sparkly. And that is what they look like, and here is the finished product of them in the box. As you can see, the glitter is absolutely stunning, the crystals are sparkling, and the nails are giving what they need to give. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!